Hey students, I wanted to provide some model answers for at least one of the scenarios that you were given yesterday. I realized that the answers were not as expected and not as detailed as I expected. So I want to give you some model answers so that when you come across this again, you'll be able to answer it properly. We will be doing quite a few examples as we go forward, so you'll get the hang of it, so don't worry about it. So here's our scenario. Kurt lives in New Village and he's trying to get to school on Monday morning. He walks to the Leclerc bus stop and is greeted by a very long line as bus drivers ensure that they are following protocol. Kurt notices that he does not have his mask, which means he will not be able to get into the bus. In order to solve this problem, as you were told earlier, or as you read, we follow the 5 steps in problem solving, and we are going to review the steps at the end of this presentation. Okay, so the first step is to define the problem. So what is the problem? The problem is that Kurt cannot get on the bus because he does not have his mask. Kurt needs a mask in order to enter the bus. So that's our problem. So let's analyze the problem. The problem is that Kurt needs to get on a bus. But in order to do so, he needs to have a mask, and he does not have one. So therefore, our input is a mask. Our output is getting on the bus. That's what we're trying to get to. That's what we're trying to achieve. And then as we look at our possible solutions, then we will fine tune it, and then we'll come up with a set of steps. Okay, so what are our possible solutions? So I've outlined 3 here, and of course for any problem there can be multiple solutions. These are only just 3 suggestions, but there are others. Okay, the first one is that Kurt can walk back home and get a mask and then simply walk back to and go on board the bus. Second one, Kurt can purchase a mask from a street vendor. There are usually street vendors near bus stops and along the street. Okay, then thirdly, Kurt can ask his friends at the bus stop to loan him a mask. Okay, so these are our 3 possible solutions to Kurt's problem. So let's look at these proposed solutions. So we are in step 3 where we want to propose and evaluate. So when we look at solution 1, proposed solution 1, walking back home, we see that it's going to cost him time. So this may make him late for school, but a pro is that it is free. Solution 2 means he needs to have either $5 or $10 so that he can purchase a mask. And free, he may not have any friends at the bus stop. 1, 2, his friends may not even have an extra mask in their bag. And 3, he has no control over the cleanliness of that mask. Is that mask clean? Will that mask be a source of infection? So that's kind of risky. Okay? So on the next slide, we are going to choose the most efficient solution. Here we go, and I've chosen solution, that was solution 2 I believe, is to purchase a mask from the vendor. And I've chosen this one because it's fast, though it will cost money, it's fast, it's safe, and it means that he will get to school early. Alright, so here are some steps, and I want you to notice something at the steps. The steps are very precise. They're not long, winding, they're straightforward. Okay, so step 1, he will get $5 from his wallet. Step 2, he will walk to the street vendor. Step 3, he will select a mask from the offerings of the street vendor's offerings. 4, he will pay for the mask. Then 5, he will take the mask and put it on, and then he will walk back to the bus stop and join the queue to board the bus. So we have solved Kurt's problem. In problem solving, our 5th and final step is to implement and review. So once Kurt has actually carried out these steps, then he can make an assessment as to whether this step really worked out for him, what he would change about it, and if he were to not have a mask on another day as he's going to school, he will look at whether this will work for him again, whether he can do it on another day.